All right, let me check if I'm live.
All right, let me check if I'm live.
Okay, that's that. Right. Yeah, I believe I'm live now. Okay. I got the email as well. Okay, so yeah, so I've registered for the virtual participation and it will start in 1.5 minutes. And the reason I wasn't able to attempt the contest during its time was because I had to do some project for my college, and like my life depends on it or something like that. So this is something about federated unlearning. I have no idea what that is, but I need to be an expert in that by tomorrow because that's when I'll have to talk to the people. Solve from two. First one is easy. Yeah, we'll see about that. Please don't spoil the contest to me. Like spoilers, right? So yeah, please don't give those to me. And yeah, so by the way, I haven't seen any of the problems yet. Like I haven't seen even one of the problems. Sometimes, like even when I'm not participating, I kind of open the contest to see the problems. But today I didn't do that because I already knew that I'll be doing virtual later. So I decided that yeah, I won't see the problems. So that it can be like a normal participation, something like that. Okay, it's about to start. Right. Okay. Yeah, we're in. Okay. Dominoes on Windows Zill. Okay. You have a board represented with 2 cross N cells. Okay. White and black. Just a yes, no. Okay. I think like we can put the dominoes vertically. The dominoes are 2 cross 1, right? So we can put the dominoes vertically till the point that at least one of them is over, and then we can put the other ones horizontally like that. So I think the difference between K1 and K2 has to be even, otherwise we cannot do it. I think that's it. Let me just try to code it and check on the samples. I believe it's just that. It could be something else also. But my solution is not depending upon n. That's a little. That seems a little problematic. Yeah, but we'll figure that out. Okay. Wait a minute. We're given W and B. What's W and B? Okay, we have to place W plus B dominoes. Uh, okay. Okay. Right. Right. So we can place up to n dominoes in total. And right. Okay. Let's see. So we also have W and B. Right. So we can maybe count something like total W. Right. We count all the cells that can be placed here, something like that. Okay. So it will be just, I think, the minimum of K1 and K2, right? Because that many we can obviously put, and whatever is that left, I think, let's consider the absolute value of K1 minus K2, right? Divide by 2. So this should be added to the total W, I think, something like this. And maybe we can do something like K1 equals N minus K1 and K2 equals N minus K2. To do the same thing for black. something like this. I'm not sure, but let's see. Right, so now if W is smaller equal to the total number of W and B smaller equal to total B, then I think it should be yes, and otherwise no. And that's what I can think of right now. Okay, yeah, that's correct on the samples. Let's try to submit it. Okay. Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Right. Okay, oven solution. Yes, my solution is oven. I think it is oven. I'm not doing any loops or anything. Yes, so the solution is oven and it got accepted. Right. 5 minute people. Okay. Right. So we're at problem B now. Binary removals. Given a string S and it only consists of characters 0 and 1 and okay, and at the length, and we have to find a sequence of length k such that we're at least going 2 steps forward, I think, because AI plus 1 is still smaller than AI. That means, I mean, this element plus 1 is still smaller than the next element. So, at least 2 steps, 2 or more steps we have to jump. And these characters are all removed and the remaining are concatenated without changing the order. In other words, the positions in the sequence should not be adjacent, right? Exactly. So we have to jump at least 2. And we want it to be sorted. I think if it's a binary string, that's not very difficult. We just want the left part to be all zeros and the right part to be all ones, right? And again, we have to just answer yes or no. Okay. So I think there are 3 types of solutions. One could be to just remove all of the zeros. The other could be to remove all of the ones, and the other could be to keep only zeros in the left part and only ones in the right part, something like that. And yeah, so in this, obviously, you cannot remove all ones because wait a minute, k is not given to us. Okay, we have to choose k, right? So right, so I think we have to choose a partition point, and everything on the right we have to remove the ones, and everything on the left we have to remove the zeros, something like that. Right, so we have to choose a partition point, and a partition point will fail if on the right side there are 2 adjacent ones and on the left side there are 2 adjacent zeros, right? So we just have to keep track of where the adjacent ones and the adjacent zeros are, and that's it, I think, right? Okay. Okay, so we need to keep a track of the adjacent zeros that we've gotten on the left side and the adjacent ones that we've gotten on the right side. Okay, so maybe we'll loop on the partition point like this. Okay, and what we want is everything on the left, all the ones on the left to be non-adjacent, and on the zeros on the right to be non-adjacent, right? Okay, maybe we should keep a track of all the adjacent zeros and ones. Okay, so if si equals si plus 1, we need to keep a track of this, I think. v of si minus 0. Okay, right. So we have all the adjacent zeros in the indices of all the adjacent zeros and all the adjacent zeros and ones, right? And now what we want to do is we want to select a partition point such that all the adjacent ones are to the right of it and all the adjacent zeros are to the left of it. So maybe just the last element from here and the first element from the other one, right? So int a equals, I think, v1 dot back, and int b equals v0 dot, I think I wrote the opposite thing. Maybe we want v0 dot back and v1 dot front, right? Unless one of them is empty. Okay, so if v0 dot empty or v1 dot empty, so if either of those are empty, that means the answer is definitely yes, because we don't have any consecutive zeros or we don't have any consecutive ones, so we can either remove all the zeros or all the ones. That's fine. Otherwise, we take the last element from the 0 vector and the first element from the 1 vector, right? And I think what we want now is we want a to be smaller than b, I think. No, I think we're doing the opposite. I think this is better, right? So v1 dot back and v0 dot front. So basically, we want the last index such that two ones were adjacent to be on the left, and the first index is that two zeros are adjacent to be on the right. Okay, so that's what we want. So I think we want something like if a is smaller than b, then we print yes. There could be plus minus 1 somewhere, I'm not sure. Let's see. Then we print yes, and otherwise we print no. I think that's it. Wow, too many messages in the chat. I cannot read all of them, but still. Okay. So is this the only requirement? We want to remove all the wait a second. We want to remove all the zeros from the right. Okay, so the last occurrence of zero, last occurrence of two zeros should be greater than the first occurrence of two adjacent ones. Messing this up. Wait a second. Adjacent ones. Yeah, I think this is fine. This should work. Not sure, but I think this should work. Okay, I got a yes here. That's wrong. This is the last occurrence of two adjacent ones. But v0 dot back has to be greater than v1 dot front. Maybe it has to be smaller. Okay, it works. Should I submit it? Maybe there's something wrong here. Let's see. v0 dot back means that it's the last index when we have something like 0 0, and v1 dot front is the first index that we have 1 1, something like this. And if we can partition it like this, then we will just remove all the ones from this part and we will remove all the zeros from this part. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Okay, cool. Right, let me see the chat. Is it rated? I'm not sure. I mean, at least for me, it's not rated because I'm doing virtual. Okay. I asked not to spoil. Right. Yeah, but it's fine. I think I just submitted, so now it's fine if you spoil or anything. Anyway, so you have, but don't spoil the problem C. Like you can spoil till B. And I'll be interested in whatever you have to say about A or B. But let me read C now. Okay, minimum grid path. Let's say you are standing on the XY plane at point 0, 0 and you want to reach point n, n. You can move in only two directions. Right. Right or up. Okay. Increase the x coordinate or increase the y coordinate. Fine. And initially you choose to go right or up. Fine. Okay. Okay. Cool. So you don't like to change the direction too much. Fine. You will make no more than n-1 direction changes. Okay. As a result, your path will be a polygonal chain. Wait a second. I don't want to type P in my Google search, and right. So I'll just copy this thing. Okay. Polygonal chain is a connected series of segments. Okay. Right. Now consisting of at most n line segments, where each segment has okay. Okay. Right. So using these costs, we can we have costs. Okay. Right. So using these costs. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't that funny, guys. Okay. Using these costs. Okay. Okay. Using this cost, we can define the cost of the path as the sum of the length of the segments multiplied by their cost. If it has k segments, we can do something like this, and that's it. I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Right. Yeah. This was fun. Okay. So. Right. So there are costs for everything, and what we want to do is we want to get from 0, 0 till n, and this just depends on the length of the path. Okay. So maybe we right. So we want to minimize this thing. I think. Yeah. We want to minimize the cost, and we also have to print the path. Okay. We don't have to print the path, but we have to minimize this cost. Okay. And right, so there are actually a lot of constraints here, like the total distance that you move, it should not exceed. Why does your cat bring dead animals to you? Yeah, because yeah, I've read about it. Is that, you know, cats are hunters, right? So they live in a pack or something like that. They think your it's family member, so they bring you the, like, whatever they hunt to eat, basically. So yeah, if your cat brings you dead mice or birds, that means it loves you. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So different costs for different paths, and you always go some positive integer distance, so you cannot go like a zero length or something like that, right? Pinch of salt on the dish. Yeah, kind of. Okay. Okay. So you don't change the direction more than n-1 times. But what is the maximum number of times you can change the direction? If you move one step in every direction. Maybe you can change it total 2 n minus 1 times, but you don't have to change it more than n minus 1 times. And wow, yeah, this is not very easy. Let me try to see what's happening here. You go from 0, 0 till n, n. Okay, so you can either increase the, like you are at x, y, and you can increase one of them, either the x or the y. Yeah, so this is easy with the n square dp, I think. Sorry, no, I think it is n cube dp. Wow. Okay, so we have to, like, the first thing that I can think of is the n cube dp. And I love you too, Sherlock. Okay, so the first thing I can think of is an n cube dp actually, which would be something like you're at the general position x, y, and your direction is either left or up. And what you can do is you can increase x or y depending upon the direction, right? So not a lot of choices. Depending upon the direction, you can go somewhere. And yeah, so you reach the destination when you reach n, n. And you also need to know at which segment you're on. So, okay, yeah, this is definitely not DP, I think. It has to be something else. And there's no way DP would fit with constraints like that. Maybe I don't know, something greedy or binary search, I'm not sure. Let's see. How do we decide K? Can we have the third test case? Okay. Yeah, that seems kind of nice. And that's a nice result, I mean. Just a second. Okay. We will definitely end our journey at a point such that the next cost is greater than the current cost, because otherwise we can just travel one and then do something. Maybe that's wrong. But yeah, here I can see something greedy, that we want to go till this one, and then we will do something when we reach that point, right? And that's what he did, I think. 4 steps using this one, and then everything else. Like when you have something really costly, you just walk one step, and otherwise you walk like a huge distance. Okay, so maybe you'll just pick 2 points at which you'll walk more than one, and at every other point you'll walk only one. Okay. Right. So we will have only 2 points where we will move more than one, and at every other point we will only move one, I think. I think that's the correct thing. Maybe uh, maybe we can iterate on k, right, and then move from left to right, and we'll keep track of the 2 of the smallest elements that we have found till now, and on those 2 elements we will concentrate everything, and everything else will be just one, something like that. I think it should work. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, maybe that's correct. It makes sense to only take 2 elements to travel most of the distance, and everything else is just filler. Anybody watches the anime? Anybody has watched Dragon Ball or Naruto? You know what fillers are. Mm, Okay, now I think I should keep a multi-set. Okay, maybe I should insert the first element already, because we cannot take 0 turns, like even if n is 1, then we cannot take 0 turns. So obviously we should put the first element in the multi-set, and we iterate from I equals 1, and then at every step we insert the current element in the multi-set. Right, then maybe we want the smallest 2 elements. Okay, okay, so like the smallest element equals this, and then this, and the second smallest element equals this. Okay, so we have 2 of the smallest elements now, and everything else is bigger than that. So we also need the sum of everything, I think. Okay, this is not C1, this is CI. Okay, so we have the sum of everything, and then we can have something like temp equals sum minus A minus B. Right, so we have the, like, we ignore the smallest 2 elements, and we have the sum of everything. So like all this we will walk one step, and everything that's left we will walk A and B. Okay, so the cost will be equal to, like, obviously we will add temp because we are walking one step for everything like this, and then like whatever's left we want. Okay, so maybe left equals, like, whatever's left is, I think we walk 2n minus 1 steps in total, right? Or 2n minus 2. No, we walk 2n steps in total, I think. Right. So it is 2n minus temp. Right. So these many steps we have to walk more, and minimum of n comma left times a, which is the smallest one, plus b multiplied by the wait a second, left minus minimum of n comma left, I think, something like this. Is this correct? So we walk one steps from everything, then up to n steps using the smallest one, and then whatever other steps are there. I think there is a problem if n equals left. Wait a second. If n equals left, or if n is smaller equal to left, then there's a problem. Okay. If n is smaller equal to left, then there's a problem. Otherwise, there's no problem. We have something like int cost. Then this goes to the else part, I think. Okay, so here I think left is greater, right? So we can just put n everywhere. Okay. So if left is greater than n, that means we will walk n steps using a and the other steps using left minus n, right? But if n is smaller or equal to left, then what we will do is we will like, we have to walk at least one step using b, right? So I think here we will only walk one step using b. Okay, so that will be something like cost equals, not sure, I think temp, obviously temp, plus b plus a multiplied by left minus 1. I think that's it. Right. Okay. And the answer equals infinity. We want to minimize it. Pretty sure I have missed something. Like this is one thing that I have mixed. That I have missed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's one thing that's wrong. I have to fix it. Just a minute. Okay. So the thing that's wrong is this left should be different. It should not be 2n minus temp. I think it should be 2n minus whatever number of steps are remaining. So this should be, I think, the size of the multiset minus 2. These many steps are left, and we subtract 2 from here because we add 2 here. Okay, I think that's fine. That's wrong, and we're getting answers smaller than the actual answer. Are you having Cherry MX Blue switches? Let's see. It's actually an emulator called MacVibes. Cherry MX Blue, right? That's smart. Okay, right. So some things that's there must be something that's wrong here. Okay. We want to know how many steps are left. That means, like in total, there were 2n steps, and we have already done size of s minus 2 steps, right? At least 2 steps are still remaining. There's something that's wrong here. Everything we're using 1. And yeah, this is wrong. Okay. If n is smaller or equal to left, I think I messed this up. 202, 10 and 18. These two are wrong. Okay, just a minute. So maybe left will never be smaller than 1. Okay. And what if n is smaller or equal to left? Then we do this thing. Why? I think we should do this thing when n is greater than left. No. When n is smaller than left. Right, then we do n steps here and left minus n steps here. Okay. Right. 6 to 3 and 15. Why? 1 times 2, 3 times 3 and 2 times 1. Why is this optimal? I think I would do something like 3 times 3. Sorry, 3 times 1, 2 times 3 and 1 times 2. That will give me 11, or I think something like that. What is wrong with 2 times 1 plus, sorry, 2 times 2 plus 3 times 1 plus 1 times 3? What's wrong with this? Isn't it actually better? And that's my answer, by the way. 6 plus 4, 10. Right, so why is this not the answer? Oh, you have to change the direction every time. Oh, right, that is, yeah, that's an issue. You must change the direction. Right, so that means, what does this mean? You have to change, you must change the direction every time. And you cannot not change the direction. Wow, that's really tough. 764 submissions. You are forced to change the direction. Till now, I thought you will always take the smallest one or something like that. Okay. Okay. Right. First direction doesn't matter whether you go right or up. It's the same thing. But I think it still makes sense that most of the times we will either do the like most of the times we will still do the same thing. That just go one. But now, like if we have already done case steps, so they have to be distributed in both the directions, I think. Like some of them have to be horizontal and some have to be vertical. Right, but what about the other two that we have? What if they're adjacent? Then both of them cannot be vertical. But if they're not adjacent, then both of them can be vertical. Wow, that's. I think I'm definitely thinking something wrong, because like my logic will be really complicated if we have to incorporate this thing that direction changing is a must. Okay. We can think of it like at each point we can either just go one step or we can just end the journey. Like not end the journey, but reach the last point, whatever is in front of you. Not even that, because definitely there could be a situation when You have to kind of need more steps to reach a smaller cost in the future. You cannot go all the way up because then you won't be able to alternate the directions. So what do we do now? I think I should just skip this one, move on to the next problem. Yeah, but let's examine this. Is it just DP and we can optimize it too much? Is it like highly optimizable DP? Because currently what I'm thinking is it's around n to power 4 or nq or something like that. Maybe we can remove one or two of the n's using prefix minimum or something like that, but not much. That's definitely not DP. What is it? This is something like our journey will always end at the minimum or the second minimum. This seems fair because there's still one problem. Like if we have 1, 5, and then again 1, I think. What do you do then? I think we can manage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We can't. We'll have to take at least one more step. Length I. Like what if the sequence is always length n and like the elements toward the end can be 0? Maybe. Okay. So like in this one we have something like 1, 1, 2, 1, 0. Okay. That gives us the cost. Okay, right. The sum of the alternating elements have to be n, and okay, like the sum of the elements at the odd index also have to be n, and the sum of the elements at the even index also have to be n. So can we solve it separately for odd and even? Right, I think that's it. I think that's it. We have to solve it separately for odd and even. Okay, okay, I think that's it. Maybe we need two multisets now because we want the parity as well. And then something like this, I think. Yeah, I'll have to change a lot of this stuff. Something like this. Yeah, we'll see about that later. And I think the sum should also be an array of two elements. And this should be added to sum 0. There should be some I mod 2. Okay, we have the even sum and the odd sum. Okay, then temp 2 can be like this is sum 0 minus a, and this is like sum 1 minus b. Right, so we have the minimum at the odd and the even, and we'll solve both of them independently, I think. Right, so at both of the things we want n steps, right? Okay, cool. So if we're at the ith segment right now, okay, so I plus 1 by 2 times we have even segments, and odd segments we have I minus I plus 1 by 2 times, I minus even time, right? Because even segments will definitely be more than the odd segments, more or equal. And one of the even segments we will cover using the A, one of the odd segments will cover using B. Cost is definitely equals A plus B plus even minus 1. How do we care? Then get just some sorry, temp 2, sorry, temp 0 plus temp 1. No, the sum of everything. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, right, yeah, this is fine. This should have some coefficient. So this should be, I think, even minus 1, not 1. There were n steps in total that had to be done in the direction. Out of those, we have already done the even minus 1 steps in some other direction. Same goes for here, I think. Like this. Wow. Wow, okay. Okay. 10 steps in the even direction. Odd is 0. Oh. One case is still wrong. Just a second. Wait a minute. Odd is more than even? That can't be right. How can odd be more than even? 2 by 2. No, that's definitely wrong. That is definitely wrong. Okay. What am I doing? Yeah, but I don't know what I did, but it worked. Did I just spend 40 minutes on this thing? No, not 40. I think 30. Wow, but it worked. What's happening? Okay. Yeah, I just did C, by the way. I spent, yeah, okay. Just a second. So the idea was something like in C, the idea was you can solve for up and right independently. Yeah, so this was the main observation. There's an E here. Okay. Yeah, this was the main observation for C. You can solve for up and right independently, and in both directions you have to walk. You have to walk n in both directions in total. Okay, so in total you have to walk n in both directions, and you can solve for up and right independently. What you want to do is you want to keep the minimum in the up direction and minimum in the right direction, and the sum in the up direction and the sum in the right direction. These two, like these four things you want. Okay. Uh, I don't know why I used this multi-set. I just want the minimum. I just wanted the minimum. I have no idea why I used the multi-set. It wasn't necessary here. But right, so most of the steps will be just walk one step, but with the minimum you'll walk all of the remaining steps. Something like that. It wasn't easy. Yes, yes, it was a bit difficult. I won't say it was very easy. For me, yes, I'm in college. I'm in third year right now. Okay, D. Is this one easier? Yeah, I think it's definitely tougher because here we have 15 and we have 126. But maybe I will be able to do it a little faster. I don't know. You are given three positive integers greater than 0, CTX. You have to find the number of pairs of positive integers a comma b such that the equality this thing holds. Okay, no, this is definitely very tough. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. What is C and D? Okay. Number of pairs. Okay, we have to find A and B, and C and D is already given. And we want C minus LCM, sorry, C into LCM minus D into GCD to be equal to X. I have no clue what that is. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Wow. But I do know one thing, that LCM is A into B upon GCD. So we can use something like that. C equals A into B by GCD. And D multiplied by the GCD of AB, and that is equal to X, right? Yeah, that does not help a lot, but maybe we can choose the GCD first. Can we choose the GCD first? Yeah, I think we can. I think we can, because, by the way, LCM is a multiple of GCD, right? It has to be, because yeah, LCM has to be a multiple of GCD. So if LCM is a multiple of GCD, that means X has to be a multiple of GCD. Okay, right? So that is the observation here. X is a multiple of GCD AB. Okay, so we will just find all the factors of X, and that should work. Like, that is part of the problem, right? Then we can iterate on the GCD. Okay, fine. So when we're iterating on the GCD, what do we do then? Yeah, I have a certain idea. Like, if we write it something like that statement that was given in the problem, let's say if we write it as this was CL minus DG equals X, right? and we know that x is a multiple of g, so we can divide g from everywhere, and it would look like CL by G minus D equals x by G, and I'll just call x by G equal to y. Let y equals x by G. Okay. And now I know that L by G is nothing but A into B by G square. Okay. So L by G equals nothing but A into B divided by G square. Okay. So this is like A by G multiplied by B by G, right? And I think this is interesting because A by G and B by G are coprime. Sorry. A by G and B by G are coprime. So we want C multiplied by two coprime integers minus T equal to Y. That's what we want. Right? We can take any two coprime numbers. That's fine. So X has cube root of X divisors. All of them can be the GCD. So we get Y by dividing X by G. That leaves us with Y. And now what we want is we want something like C multiplied by AB such that AB are coprime minus D equals Y. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. If we want this thing, yeah, we can simply add D there, right? Yeah. And let's call Y plus D equals B. We want C into A into B equals Z. And we know C as well, so we just want A times B equals Z by C. Okay. And just the number of factors of this thing, I think. And both 1, 4 and 4, 1 are counted. So if we choose one factor, we automatically get the other factor. So we just want the number of factors of Z by C, I think. Is that it? And Z has to be multiple of C. Okay. So we need the factor of all the factors of all the numbers. Till 10 to power 7, I think. Will that even work? I think it will take a lot of memory. Do we have that much memory? 10 to power 7 times log of 10 to power 7, that is around, let's say 30, less than 30, 26 maybe, I don't know, 26, okay. We want these many integers, and if each integer takes 4 bytes, then we have, yeah, a lot of memory. Okay, that won't work. We can't store the factors of all the numbers, but we can store the number of factors of all the numbers. Okay, so we want the number of factors of all the numbers. Okay, so now we have the number of factors of all the numbers that can be virtually important. Okay, and we have test cases. Fine. We take C, D and X as input. Okay, now we have to iterate on the GCD. So the GCD has to be a factor of X. We need all the factors of X. Okay, so in square root time, we're going to take all the factors. Okay. So now we have all the factors, I think. So we're going to iterate on the GCDs. And let's say y equals x by g. Then z equals y plus d. Okay. And I think now we're at this step. Okay. Now, if z mod c is not 0, then it is impossible. Otherwise, we will do something like z divide equals c. And we just want the number of factors of this thing. So, okay. Something like answer plus equals count of z. And we have our answer. Was it that simple? Is that it? It's going to take a lot of time to run because this is n log n and n is very big. It's going to take a lot of time to run on my computer. Okay, it's taking too much time. Is that an infinite loop or something? What's happening? Now let me decrease this. 8, 4, okay, all wrong, okay. Where did I go wrong? And all my answers are greater than what should be the answer. Oh, I want A and B to be coprime. Right. I want A and B to be coprime. I didn't think of that. So here I'm just adding all of the factors, but I want to take only the coprime. By the way, I have to change this thing. Okay. Right. So I want only the coprimes. Okay. Maybe using the prime factorization, it can be easy. Let me think. For them to be coprime, I have to distribute the prime factors into buckets, like either into this or this, something like that. Oh, I just want the number of prime factors The number of prime factors. Okay, I just want the number of prime factors of this thing. Okay, so I can use linear sieve, I think. I only want the number of prime factors, right? So yeah, that shouldn't be that tough. Although I will add an additional log here. I have 10 to power 4 times, I think, 500 times log. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, right. Obviously, the size of the prime factorization, we cannot do better than that, right? Okay. We'll use the normal sieve and keep a track of all the prime factors. Yeah, that's better. In fact, we just want the count of the prime factors, right? So we can just use the normal sieve, which isn't a lot slower than the linear sieve. Okay. I think we don't want this thing. It will unnecessarily take up a lot of memory. We don't want. Maybe we can start from this I and right count of j plus plus, because this is counting the number of prime factors. Right. So now if it has 3 prime factors, we have 2 to power 3 ways of distributing them. Right. So we want 2 to power count. Okay. Okay. 4308. Yeah, let me solve this one manually. What do we have? 4, 2, and 6. So wait a minute. Did I count 3, 3 twice? Oh no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did this thing. Maybe I'm counting 1, 1 twice. No. No, why will I count 1, 1 twice? The GCD can be 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 itself. Or what is this? Why is everything happening twice? Like the same GCD 2 times? Why? Oh shit. 4308. I think now it's correct. Actually doing a lot of silly mistakes today. Okay. Maybe it's correct now. But what is the time complexity of our solution? Let's see. So we have sieve that works in linear time. Then we're doing factorization, which works in square root time. We have square root of this thing multiplied by 10 to power 4. So that is 10 to power 4 plus 3.5. I think 7.5. Yeah, that's less than 10 to the power 8, so that should work. Unless the universe hates us. Which it does. Let's see. Can go TLE. Because what will I do if it is indeed TLE? Runtime. Okay, runtime error. Okay, I think I get it. If C is 1, then we have Y plus D, and if G is also 1, then this is 2N. Okay. Yeah, I think now it's fine. But we are spending even more time now. Still, we've already more than 1 second. We have 2 seconds too. Okay, test 4 ran. Last time we got runtime on test 4, now it ran. Yeah, accepted. Okay. Don't tell him what's happening on the chat. L by G equals A by G into B by G. This is K1 and K2. We want them to be coprime. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did. I was looking for properties of GCD and LCM. Yeah, there aren't many. I mean, no. 1.715 seconds is not too close because the thing is, I'm using define int long. So if I remove this, obviously I'll have some speed up there only, and I can improve other stuff as well. Like maybe I can, try to get these prime factors quicker, and I can do that because I can get the prime factors from that. I can get the factors. So yeah. Next Unacademy lecture when? I think I'm doing one on Saturday. It's about string algorithms. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can watch that one. Why did you power of 2? Okay, let me explain what this is. Right, so we were here. So it's like x is a multiple of GCD. So let's say C into LCM minus D into GCD equals x. So we divide x by g and let y equals x by g. Right, so we have this thing. And then if we examine this carefully, we have a by g and b by g, and they are both coprime. Okay, so we can write it as instead of ab, let me write it as pq. Okay, cpq equals this thing, and then pq equals this thing, right? Finally, the thing is p and q are coprime. So that's what you want. You want p and q to be coprime, and p into q equal to z by c. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking all the factors of x, all of them can be the GCD. Then I'm taking y equals x by the GCD, then z equals y plus d, and then I'm taking z by c. Okay. So now I want PQ such that P and Q are coprime, and PQ equals this z, this other z, that is z by c. Okay, yeah, so that's what I want, and I'm doing 2 to the power count z because it's something like z has count z prime factors. Okay, and if we want to make two numbers p and q that are co-prime, then what we can do is we can put each of the prime factor completely in one of them, right? So let's say if z equals, if z equals 2 to power 5, right? So you cannot distribute it like 2 to power 2 on one side, 2 to power 3 on one side. You have to put the entire 2 to power 5 on one side and nothing on the other side. So you can do the same thing for all the prime factors. So that gives you 2 to power the number of prime factors. Okay. You heard that Wow, you heard that 64-bit integers were better in 64-bit compiler? Wow, maybe that's the case when, like, I'm not sure. Maybe like, I have no idea. Okay, right. And I use this sieve of Pareto strings to count the number of prime factors of each number. Okay, so this is nothing but count x equals number of prime factors of x, number of unique prime factors, actually number of unique prime factors of x, and like, I can distribute them. That's it. Okay, cool. So now I have 45 minutes left, and like, oh, I have 3 problems left. I thought I have only 2 problems left. So I'll be able to do only one of them, maybe 1 or 2. We're very lucky. Okay, given 2 strings. Moment I saw D concurrence decreased by 30 or 40 something. Okay, so you're given 2 strings x and y, both consist of lowercase Latin letters. Okay, and that's the only input. Okay, we're taking them one by one. That's fine. Okay, what are we printing? 2 merging sequences are different if they're different. Now a string can be chaotic. If no 2 adjacent characters are the same. Oh my god, this is something very scary. Okay. It looks clean, but let's finish reading this. Let this thing be the number of different merging sequences of this and this that produce chaotic merges. Note that only non-empty substrings of x and y are considered. What is this summation? Is there anything in the questions or anything? Okay. I think we're iterating on all the substrings of x and all the substrings of y. Right, so I think we can do that. No, we can't do that. We cannot do that because the substrings themselves are x square and x square and y square. Not multiply them, but right, x times y will work, and we want them to be chaotic. Okay, which means we don't want the same character to be put twice, like adjacent. We don't want that. Okay. F L1 R1 L2 R2. Okay, obviously we don't want the unique, like we don't want the answers of FL1 R1 and L2 R2, we want the summation of that. Maybe there's an easier way to get the sum instead of just taking the, like instead of calculating all the elements and adding them. Maybe there's a quicker way to finding the sum, which is usually what happens in such problems. So yeah, that's a common recurring pattern that usually happens. Maybe it's easier to get the sum, like maybe something like we can fix a string in X. We can fix a substring in X, and then we can consider all of the substrings of Y at once, and we will find how many sequences are there that produce chaotic, right? So to get chaotic, let's see. For chaotic, we don't want two characters to be the same. I think here everything will work because we don't. No, not everything will work. Like everything will work if no two characters are same anyway, and that's very rare. So yeah, just leave it. Okay. So we either take the one of first one or the second one. Let me read F also. An integer k and an undirected tree. Okay. The length of the simple path, diameter. Okay. 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 We have to remove the edges in such a way that the diameter is all equal to k, I think. A tree usually has one or two diameters, I think, or more than two. No. It can have more than two. It can have more than two diameters. It can have a lot of diameters. I mean, if it's a star, then obviously it has a lot of diameters. And maybe we will have to cut all of them to get this thing, right? Yeah, this is really tough. I'll think about this one instead. Hacking? Yeah, I don't really hack during contests, and I don't see the point of hacking. Like it's a fun thing that it exists, but maybe it shouldn't exist. Like the test cases themselves should be good enough to fail any wrong solution. Like hacking shouldn't be a thing. That's my personal opinion. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Okay, so in this one, what if we simplify it a bit? Let's say L1 and R1 are fixed. We have like X is a fixed string, and then only L2 and R2 can be changed. Let's start with the easiest case in the beginning, that both like all four L1, R1, L2, R2, everything is fixed. What can we do then? How can we find the number of sequences A that get non-chaotic strings? So basically, it's something like if we have A comma A, we definitely cannot start with, like, we cannot definitely put them consecutively, right? We cannot put them adjacent to each other because obviously they're equal. So we cannot put both of them. So we will first put this, then this, then this, then this, and finally this A. Maybe that's the only sequence that is, yeah, that's the only sequence that will work. But in other cases, multiple sequences can work. And if nothing's equal, then everything can work. I think it's really tricky in itself that, like, if everything was fixed, if L1, R1, L2, R2, if everything was fixed, then also it's really difficult. Like, not very difficult, but it's still difficult. I think we have to do DP or something. So total number of these strings are, I think, x plus y cx. Like, we can choose x positions for x characters, and then in total x plus y positions are there. And out of these, we don't want any two to be adjacent. But I do think in combinatorics type of way. Mm-hmm. Like, what if this is equal to this? This O is equal to this O. We cannot put them next to each other. This is really tough, I think. Okay, what if we tried DP? If we tried DP in this very, very, very easy version itself, it will become n square, because we will need to know at which place we are at in both of the strings, and we will need to know the last character that we had there. So something like 26n square already, like it's already 26n square, even in this very, very, very simple version of the problem when both strings are fixed. And I can't really come up with anything that's faster than 26n square for that. I mean, what else can we do? Okay, let's start from here. We use the 26n square approach. These are the full strings. Now what do we do if, let's say, only R2 can change? How can we improve our 26n square thing? Wait a minute. Are we just adding all of the states? Okay. I think I'm getting it a little bit. Maybe the 26 n square approach. Like I think even if we're adding everything, it will still be 26 n square only because we need to keep a track of the last character. That's fine. Let's say only R2 could change. That means we want the full string X and a certain prefix of Y. How much did it take to become this good at CP? Yeah, I'm not very good at CP, but a lot, like a really long time. I think more than 2.5 years. Would you advise a beginner to solve last two questions? I don't know what you mean by beginner, but probably I won't solve the last two questions. So yeah, that's that. Okay. These are all messages that I'm replying to. Yeah, anyway. Okay. I think I'm really sleepy today. We have L1, we have R1, and if we have to stop at a certain R2, what we will do is during our DP, we will make sure that we have the option to stop at this point, right? And if R1 can also change, then we will make sure that we have the option to stop at that point. And if L1 can change, we will have the option to kind of keep a flag about whether we have started it or not, like started or not started, something like that. And same thing we can do for L2 as well. So I think the entire solution becomes 4 times 26 times 1000 times 1000. Is that it? No, that's really slow. I think it's already 10 to power 8. No way we can have that much memory. And yeah, recursive DP is obviously out of the door. We don't have that much memory, but we might have that much time, maybe 10 to power 8. Maybe have that much time. I think we can have that much time, but we definitely don't have that much memory. Memory is not that big an issue. Maybe we can use something like space saving DP or something like that. So that's fine. We can do it iteratively. But by the way, is it like should I try to write a nice solution and then see if it works or not? Yeah, then we'll decide whether it's worth thinking upon or not. We don't have that much time. We only have 25 minutes. And if I write that solution, maybe I won't have enough time to optimize it. Um, right. I'm going to write a recursive version of this DP right now. So we are at A, we are at B, we have the last character. Maybe we can, instead of having this 26, maybe we can have just 2, which will tell us which character did we take last. Will that work then? 10 to power 3 times 10 to power 3 times 4 times 2. 8 into 10 to power 6. Yeah, this can work. This can actually work. 4 bytes per integer, divide by 1024. Yeah, this can work. This can actually work. Okay, this can actually work. Right. And it can work with even with long. Yeah, this can actually work. Okay, we have A, B, last started X and started Y. Okay, have that much time. Okay, let's see. What? We need the last move. If it is 0, then we took from X, otherwise we took from Y. And yeah, we'll write the base case later. We can either started X equals 0, then we can either start X, or we can go to A plus 1. Okay. Okay. Last doesn't mean anything, I think. Started X will become 1 because we started it here. And yeah, this will remain same. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. The other way is definitely something like, I don't think we need these two things, right? We can just yeah, we don't need these things. I'll just sum everything. Okay. We're gonna assume that we have started, and depending upon the last, like the last character that we took till now, we want at least one character. Okay, what makes sure that we won't stop at this point? What is the thing that is making sure that we won't stop at this point? Because it's written in the problem that empty strings are not considered. Okay, we can subtract the empty strings later. Okay. What we can do is we have basically two options. We want the previous char. The previous char is if last is 0, then it is x a minus 1. Otherwise, it is yb minus 1. Okay. Yeah, that's the last character. Okay, so we have the previous character now, and we can either increase the a or decrease the b. Okay, so if a is smaller than size of x and xa is not equal to the previous character, then we can go to this thing, a plus 1 comma b comma 0. Okay, if b is smaller than the size of y and yb is not equal to the previous character, then we can go to this thing. Okay, that's it. And obviously there's one way that we stop right here. That's all of this thing, all of these things. So there's one way that we can stop at whichever point we are. And finally, if a is equal to the size of, yeah, we don't need an initial condition, I think, because we're already done. So dp of ab last equals answer. If dp of ab last is not equals minus 1, we return this thing. Okay, modem. That's it. Okay. Okay, so this should be more than the expected answer because we added all the empty strings as well. We'll take new input. Right, because we added all the empty strings as well, it should be more than the actual answer. Okay, yeah, it's always more than the actual answer. Okay, we have 45 ways of getting empty strings here. Do we have 45 ways? By the way, do you guys know what this cherry, MX, blue, brown, black, etc.? What are all these things? I don't understand. Is cherry MX a company or what? Is it a baseline? What is it? How is it 45? Let me try something. 15 ways. Three ways? No, that's too much. This has to be wrong. I'm there once. The answer equals 1. Okay. Okay. Right, for every empty string, I'm considering everything there. Okay, so it is empty considering that string. B, if A is empty, B is empty, and if both are empty. Okay, cool. Get it. Is it something like I have to subtract from here? Okay, I have to subtract something from here. I have to subtract the number of empty strings that I'm taking unnecessarily. And that is equal to size of x minus I, right? And also size of y minus j. Is it still wrong? We'll have 1 here. Uh, German standardization on keyboard switches. Okay, I'll look it up someday. No, but how did we have? Hmm, no. Last is 2 twice. Okay, yeah. Both of them. So we can either increase A, we can increase B. Into this. Can't do it. I think I'm really close to the answer, but just one step away from it. How do I make sure I'm not taking the empty strings? Okay. You know what? Then we don't subtract anything. Okay, the answer is still more than what it should be. We should really keep track of whether we have done this move or not, this thing or not. Okay, none of them have started, but what? Wow. Okay, that was a miracle. It's fine. Wow, that was actually a miracle. I almost don't believe it. Runtime error. Okay, n is too small. I don't know why I submitted that. Wow! Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that that worked. Like a few minutes ago, I was just doing anything, and like I had no clue what's happening. And then I just add these two flags, whether the numbers are started or not, and all test cases run, even the ones I manually created, and everything works. So I submit it and I get accepted. Yeah, so that's a nice moment, I think. I have 100 messages. I don't think I should read them on stream. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't a congratulations thing. Performance wasn't good at all. Oh, wow, but I'm still above everyone in my friend list except for Neil, which is fine because Neil won. Wow. So, do you guys think this was a good performance? Oh, I'm above NM, by the way. And I'm streaming, so I am also explaining stuff. Yeah, that's like a really good excuse for me. Like whenever I do bad, I'm just like, I'm streaming. Okay. In D, why checking only X by prime factors X? Can you rephrase it correctly? I don't understand what you mean. Extra opportunity for women on code forces also. Are you talking about this thing? Sorry. Are you talking about this thing? This one? Smith, Shubham? Are you talking about this thing? Let me read this. What is it? Women in Tech scholarship available. It's fine. I mean, it's just a scholarship. What's the problem? Okay. What's the keyboard that you're using? Actually, I'm using my laptop keyboard, but I'm just using the laptop keyboard. But I have this software. It's called MacVibes. So basically, this helps me emulate keystroke sounds, and I can choose any sound pack. Like this was Cherry MX Blue. So if you want these type of sounds, you can just buy a Cherry MX Blue keyboard, and you can also test the other sounds. Like let's say if I had Cherry MX Red, it would sound something like this, which isn't like I don't like this. Do you guys like this? I don't like this. I think blue is the best with the PBT caps. I tried all of the packs. I think I don't like them much. Like I like the ABS keycaps, but then the spacebar sounds wooden. That I don't like it. I tried the black as well. I really don't like all this. Red ABA. I don't like any of these. I like this blue with PBT caps the most. This is the best, right? Yeah, blue is the best. It takes a lot of RAM. Let me see. No, it's fine. I think only 6 GB. That's fine. Like my computer is doing pretty well. You can see even the NVIDIA is not, or like even the graphics card is not, you know, being used much, just 9%. And the graphic card should be in use right now because I'm streaming. So you can see that I'm streaming, like I'm obviously streaming, and I have a good bit rate. And if you check the streaming settings, I'm using the NVIDIA thing that is the best encoder that is available. Like I cannot change the encoder right now, so I can show you, but I have the best encoder that is available. In everything is preset for low latency instead of performance. Like I'm not even tuning the performance, and everything is high. Like I'm working at the like the maximum settings that are present, and still everything's fine. I mean the CPU is not much. Like the CPU usage is not much. RAM is also only 6 GB, and GPU. I think my GPU is really good. It's NVIDIA 1050. I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's it. And even with the Mac vibes, it's fine. Not too much RAM. Okay. If you check the processes tab, this one, oh right, it's using 77 MB of memory. That's not much. I mean, most of the other things are using that much. Okay. Blue were 4,000 rupees more costlier than red. Okay. Can somebody give me a link to a good keyboard? I actually wanted to buy one. And obviously I would want this Cherry MX Blue because I like the sound the best. Does anybody have a good link? Does anybody have a link for this? some good Cherry MX Blue keyboard, because I'm pretty sure Cherry MX is not a brand, it's just a German standardization or something. I have version 2.3 of Mac Vibes. Okay. Yeah, let me look one up on Amazon. Yeah, I really don't want to type anything in the address bar, because like, oh no, this might show my address. I can't open it. There's a YouTube channel for the keyboard stuff. Yeah, I know there are a lot of YouTube channels for all types of stuff. Maybe I can open it on incognito. Okay, right. Let's see, Cherry MX Blue. Were you talking about this one? Yeah, I'm streaming after I think 11 days, 11 or 12 days. Were you talking about this one, Tanmay, 6 Tanmay? This one? Ooh, these colors look really nice. Nice. It is a good company, Corsair, whatever. Oh, by the way, I have to do one thing. Yeah, I should finish this from here. Because the important stuff is done now, and then I don't want to, mislead people. Right, so we were at this Cherry MX thing. Yeah, we can get it by tomorrow, but maybe not in my city. How can we check if it's available in my city or not? There used to be a button or something, right? Check delivery. Where is the button? Oh, details. No, they ask the pin code, right? If you click on the right place. Corsair is best. Did I buy this one? Next lecture on an academy. I'm going to do something on string algorithms. So that will be on Saturday, this Saturday, 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. I think. Right. Pin code. Yeah, but where do I put the pin code? I don't see the place where I can put the pin code. Where do I put the pin code? Select delivery location on the right. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, I can still get it for. I can still get it by tomorrow. Nice. Don't buy this one. What should I buy then? I really want Cherry MX Blue. I mean, I really like the sound of this Cherry MX Blue. My actual keyboard doesn't make much sound, so that's why I have this emulator, Mac Vibes. By the way, I was thinking of getting a slightly smaller keyboard that can kind of fit on my table, because I have to keep this tablet as well. This Wacom tablet. I have to keep this as well, and it gets really messy. You have to like correctly position that and that as well. So it gets a little messy. Maybe I'll have to buy a monitor. Okay. Okay. By the way, I was thinking about buying a mic as well, because this mic is monodirectional, so it's not. Sorry, this mic is omnidirectional, so it's not very good. I was thinking about getting the Blue Yeti. Yeah, so I was thinking about getting the Blue Yeti. Is that good enough? Thought of buying this. And by the way, if you guys might have, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, I recently bought this new camera. Hmm, which model is it? I forgot. Yeah, it was C930 or something. C930. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I'm using this camera. The angle is like really wide, and I have to crop out parts from left and right so that my entire room is not visible. Like otherwise, you would be able to see both the doors and the windows and everything. Okay. I was thinking about this Blue Yeti, but there's another thing that came up. It was, I think, Razer, Razer or something. Razer mic. I forgot the name. Yeah, Razer Siren. Yeah, so I was a bit confused between this Blue Yeti and the Razer Siren. Does anybody know which one would be better? And there's a discount also today. Last time I saw it, it was 12.5K. Actually, the thing is, like, I don't really need a keyboard, because, like, my keyboard. uh, yeah, I'm making kind of good money with the Unacademy thing. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, I actually don't need a keyboard right now because I already have my keyboard. I think a mic would be good because it would improve the quality of my streams by a lot, and buying a keyboard would not increase it at all. And I'm kind of comfortable with my laptop's keyboard, so well, that's fine. I don't want a keyboard. I'm thinking about buying a mic. Does anybody know which would be better? Mm, like, I have heard a lot of things about this Blue Yeti, but it has too many features that I don't need. Like, it has, I'll tell you, what is that called? Yeah, that. Wait a second. 4 pickup patterns, right? So I only need the cardioid pattern because I'll always be sitting in front of the mic, and it has like a lot of patterns, the bidirectional pattern and the stereo pattern. So bidirectional pattern is usually when, like, you have to sit in front of the mic, and then someone else is sitting on the other side of the mic, and you are both speaking into the mic, and it's not picking up voice from the sides. So in that case, the bidirectional pattern is useful. Omni, I don't know when it is useful. Maybe if you want to capture the sound from all of the room, maybe it's useful. And yeah, so I don't need any of these three patterns. I only need cardioid. So maybe this mic could be an overkill for me. So that's why I thought of going for the Razer Siren, which doesn't have these extra stuff. But the problem is it's even costlier. Like, even with the less features, it's costlier. So I have no idea what to choose. Okay. How much does an academy pay? Yeah, I don't want to reveal the exact amount, but I would just say a lot, like a lot. Okay, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Okay, so everybody pay attention. Pay attention. Okay, so all those people who asked this question, I think Raghav Sharma, Swishtik Datta, and everybody else who has this question in mind. How much does an academy pay? Right. So the people there, the people who are teaching CP, like me and some other educators as well, right? So we're teaching how to get a job in the big company, like not necessarily that, because CP is not only about getting jobs, but like people are learning that for their like people are learning CP to get jobs into big companies like Google and the big companies, Google, Amazon, Facebook, whatever, FANG, right? So people want to get jobs in those big companies. So what do you think? The people who are teaching all that, they'll be paid less. It has to be comparable to that amount, right? So that's it. I think that gives you a certain perspective about whatever that is. Okay. Commercializing CP. I mean, it depends on who wants to buy it already. It's not like um, commercializing CP would be something like you have to pay to participate in contests. It's just, I mean, it's just an extra something that is not compulsory. If you're interested in buying, you can buying it, right? Do you agree? Like if you don't want to buy it, just don't buy it. That's the simple thing. Yeah, it is comparable to that. So yeah, it is comparable to that. Yes, exactly. And yeah, and the thing is, it is comparable to that even with the part time thing. So like if you go to those companies, you have to work for 8 hours a day, and then you'll get that much money. And here we get that much money just by teaching 1 or 2 hours per day. Like on an average 1 hour per day. Like if you teach on an average if I teach average 1 hour per day, then I get comparable to that much money. And there people work for 8 to 9 hours per day. So yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm one of the best. Like maybe for some days I was, but like my performance has gone really down these days. Like it has really deteriorated a lot. You can see. Like after this point, uh, how to remove this? Like after this point, it just went down and down. So like I don't know when I'll improve, when I'll get back to that point, or whatever. But yeah, based on this pattern, I'll probably end up in purple someday. Why didn't you go live yesterday despite doing round 708? I think yesterday Neil was doing it. So yeah, we don't clash with each other. Like that's an unsaid rule. Plus, I think as far as I remember, the round went unrated. So like I have no interest in unrated rounds. I mean, I do have interest in unrated rounds. It's just that the viewers are not interested about it. So like the moment I saw the announcement that it's unrated, I just stopped recording. Who is Neil? Neil, the guy who won the contest today. Neil, Neal, rank one today. He's not Indian, not the Indian Neil. It's Neil Wu. Can you just give a link to your user handle? Yeah, you can just find it on Code Forces. Just type this thing. in the search bar here, and you can find it, or you can, if you can see this link here, you can see that. Okay. I'm curious how you learn CP. You buy a course or just practice? I have never bought any course, but my mic is fluctuating. What? Hello. Voice test. I think like the mic quality is not too good, but like it doesn't. At least it's reliable. Yeah, exactly. I think it's at least reliable. Exactly, it's fine. But yeah, I'm going to buy either this or this very soon. I like this one because it has a gain knob on it. Wait a second, somewhere here. Yeah, exactly. So it has a gain knob on it. So like if you guys think I'm not speaking loud enough, I can just turn it up a little, and then yeah. So and then I'll be louder. How to become better at number theory problems? You can maybe you can check out my maths in CP course, that the one that I did on an academy. I think that was good. Like I think that was good because I did it, but can't say about others. I think I did a lot of stuff on maths in competitive programming. You can see. Yeah, you can start from here. Sorry, here basic maths, and then all of the lectures here are about maths. Like everything is maths. Like till this point, right? Or at least how many lectures are these? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 7, 7, 4, 11, and 12. Yeah, all 12 of these lectures are about maths. So if you're interested, you can watch them. What about placements? How much math is required? I think not much. In Goldman Sachs, some people were asked about Markov chains. So I think that was the toughest math thing that ever came up during the internships. Like I haven't been in placements because I'm in third year. But yeah, in the interview, if you tell your interviewer that you like maths, you might be in trouble. Like during Sprinkler interview, I told the interviewer that maths is my favorite subject. So I think he started with something about matrix, and I answered it in the engineering maths way instead of the class 12 maths. So he kind of realized that I like engineering maths, and then he started questioning me a lot. So he had everything about all those things, that abstract maths and everything, that vector spaces, groups, and eigenvectors and everything. So yeah, that was really scary. I don't think a normal person can handle all that. I was a bit lucky because like just 2 weeks ago I revised all of that stuff due to because I was reading something about competitive programming that was related, right? So I was reading about matroids, I think. So their abstract algebra was kind of related, so I just read everything, and that's why I was able to answer most of it. Otherwise, like it's not easy. So the thing is, if your interviewer ever asks you what's your favorite subject, just don't say maths. Like, I mean, if he also likes maths, yeah, you're in trouble. Is Project Euler good? I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's good because people keep on recommending that. Also, there's another thing called Math Forces, mathforces.com. I haven't tried that either, but I think that one is also good. Right, so see, the Math Forces is an actual thing. And by the way, the Anton Triger is one of the top user here, who is also a coordinator on Code Forces. You watched my 4-5 videos and I said this channel is a Hindi channel. It used to be Hindi channel back in November. So I think till 8 or 9 November, this was a Hindi channel. But after that, I permanently switched to English and I haven't done any in the video after that. Kind of went global. Like before that, I was just an Indian channel maybe. Then I went global. What about GFG's self-paced course? I don't really like GFG. A lot of stuff there is actually wrong. Okay, so now I went full screen, and you guys can notice that instead of having all of this red, I have everything orange because now I'm orange instead of red. Okay. Right, I think now I can watch the chat on my laptop. GFG code don't use C++14. I'm not sure. What do you think about your team's ICPC chances this year? Yeah, it depends upon the team. Like if they perform good, then maybe they can carry me. Okay. Was able to solve A and C. How to solve more, or will it come with time? You were able to solve C. I think C was really tough today. It took me around 30 minutes or something. Yeah, I think if you solve C, I'll just say good work, and like one day will be really good. What else can I say? Okay. How was your days during specialist to expert transition? Yeah, this is a good question. So see, the thing is, there weren't many days between my specialist to expert transition. You can see here. Just a second. Sorry. Yeah, you can see. This is really laggy, right? Buggy. Just a minute. Right. So I think these are just what 5 contests, right? So just 5 contests. There weren't a lot of days in there, so can't really tell about that. I can tell a little bit about my blue to purple days because there were actually some days there. Last date for registration for ICPC, I think 1st May. I think I'm not sure. Please check it on the internet. Where to learn CPP STL? You can Google it. I think there was a good article on Hacker Earth. I usually take 1.5 to 2 hours for 1700 problem. Yeah, that's a lot. I think you should start with a little less difficult, like 15 or 1600. You should try to speed up there, and then automatically you'll be able to speed up a little bit on this thing as well. Will you give kickstart? Yes, I will. Has it started yet? I think I registered for that. I did all of last year's kickstarts as well. When is the first kickstart, by the way? Is 2 days later? Oh, 2 days later? Like on 21st? 21st? 21st. No. 21st is Sunday? Yeah, am I free on Sunday? Am I free on Sunday? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Okay, yeah, I'm free. Code Jam? What about Code Jam? Oh, will I do it or not? Yeah, this time I will. This time I will. Okay. 2 days, 8 hours later. 2 days, 8 hours later. That means 9 a.m. on Sunday. Wow, I'll have to wake up early on Sunday. Okay, fine. Why didn't you do a CSES speedrun? Yeah, because you need to be able to talented. You need to be able to be talented. Sorry, you need to be talented to be able to speedrun anything. And yeah, that's why I can't. I really cannot speedrun that. That's the problem. When is your college opening? Yeah, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. At this point, I'm not sure if it's opening or not. Like, I don't know if they have any such plans or not. Like, I have no idea. William Lin versus you. Tourist versus you, Anurag Gupta. Sorry about being mean. Okay, right. When is your Uber internship starting? Will you continue CP after that? Yeah, I'll try. I'm not sure if I will be able to continue. I'll try. I'll try my best. Like even if I don't have much time, then I'll continue when the internship is over. Okay, got it. Sorry. Right. Will you ever stop CP? Yeah, I was thinking about stopping today actually. Yeah, multiple reasons. Then I thought, okay, yeah, let's push it further. Okay. When you started CP, mid 2018, like late 2018, around September 2018. September is mid or late? I think September is third quarter, right? Yeah, late 2018. How did you get from specialist to expert so fast? Did you know CP beforehand? Yeah, you could say I knew CP beforehand. I mean, I had solved the A2AG ladders, two of them, I think, 1.5 of them. That's around 150 CP problems. Is A2AG ladder helpful? I mean, it helped me. I don't know if it will help you or not, but I used it and it helped me. That's what I can tell you. Are you learning any development tech stack for Uber internship? I don't know. I'm not learning anything. I mean, they are supposed to teach me, right? So whatever they'll teach me, I'll learn. And that will happen when the internship actually begins. Did you do ABCD ladders or rating wise? I did ABC and then I started D, but I left it in between. Where is your roommate? This is my home. This is my house. This is not my hostel. This is my house. This is my room, and like I live alone here, so I don't have a roommate here. Oh, are you asking that because of the two beds? Yeah, they're both for me. Which language you know apart from C++? Like you have any projects on machine learning? Like I don't know anything much. What is your name? Wow. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Views on GFG CP course. I don't like GFG in general. Where are you placed now? I'm a college student. I'm not placed anywhere. What is your CG at college? Yeah, no comments. Obviously, I have the right to keep it to myself. GF reveal on 10K. So you mean I'll have to find a GF before I get what 1.3 subscribers? Like that's too fast. I don't think I can do that. Why were you learning federated unlearning? Because I have a college project based on that. Like I have to be an expert in that thing by tomorrow, by today evening, or otherwise, I don't know. They might be a threat to my life or something. I'm not sure. Does solving at least 100 problems for each rating help in ICPC or CF in general? Um, like it's not so rigid. Like I have this notion that it should help because like if you do 100 of anything, that's a lot of practice. Doesn't matter what the thing is. But yeah, I think that's my view. It should help if you do it properly. Tell something about FFT. Tell about something FFT. FFT is the fast Fourier transform. It is used for quickly doing the polynomial multiplication. Basically, that's why it's used in competitive programming. Any IIT BHU contest. Yeah, I don't associate with those things. Like I don't associate with anything of IIT BHU. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a loner. Any special plans for 10K like Colin had? I mean, what, like a face reveal? You can already see my face. What else do you want? What else do you want me to reveal? Huh? What else do you want me to reveal? Okay. I'm becoming a fan of yours. Thanks a lot. Okay. Buy a puppy. See, I would do that even without you telling me, but currently I'm living with parents, so that's not possible. Parents won't allow. Which college do you belong? IIT BHU. CPI reveal. No. That's never happening. Like even if I get, I don't know, 100K subscribers, that's still not happening. सलमान भाई की तरह टी शर्ट उतार देना या सलमान भाई की तरह बॉडी भी चाहिए You laughed on GF unboxing. You laughed again on that thing. Okay. Is expert enough for a job? I think it's enough to work at a job, but it's probably not enough to get a job. There's a difference. Like when you live. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. Is it better to study theory about algorithms properly first, or should we study a little bit and then jump to practice? Actually, what I do is I first pick the problem. Like if I want to learn a certain topic, let's say if I want to learn about heavy light decomposition, what I will do is first I will pick a problem of heavy light decomposition. I'll try my best to solve it. I'll probably not be able to solve it because I don't know the topic, but I still try my best to solve it. And then when I fail, then I go to read the theory. That's the way how I learn things. GF giveaway on 10K. Yeah, is there any channel that actually does that? I need to know that for research purposes. Are you active in social media? Yeah, on Facebook, I think I'm active. I'm active on Facebook, and that's it. What's your stipend at Uber and an academy? Yeah, I'll obviously tell that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm going to tell that. Yeah, that's not a secret. That's definitely not a secret. I'm being sarcastic. GF waterproof test. Where do you guys bring such ideas from? On a level from 1 to 10, how introverted are you? I'm too shy to answer that. Where's your partner, that beautiful white puppy? Yeah, he left me because I'm not red anymore. He likes red coders. Uber internship online or offline? It's online. Really sad about that. But yeah, it's a virtual internship. Are you billionaire? Depends on the currency. Current crush? I don't think anyone will believe me, but I don't have one right now. I don't have any. Maybe it's just due to the online semester and everything. I haven't met anyone, and maybe that's why. But yeah, I don't. I really don't have any. When red again, love your CFID with red color. Yeah, me too. Like I tried during the last two division ones, but went terribly wrong. So I don't know. Your motivation for CP? It's kind of like कुछ नहीं कर रहे यही कर लो. Let me know if you need the translation of that. Okay. India won today. What did India won? Is it about sports? I don't watch sports. How was your journey in Kota? Yeah, that just brings a smile to my face. That's it. How did you do development for internship? I didn't. Cricket? Yeah, I don't watch cricket. I haven't watched cricket since I was 8 or 9 years old, I think. So once upon a time, I was in Kota. I was eating at a mess, and the cricket match was going on on the TV. The common TV cricket match was going on, and then there was a guy who was sitting next to me. I didn't know him, but he started making small talk. He was like, "What do you think will win today's match?" And I'm like, "I don't have any idea. I don't watch cricket." And he's like, "तुम क्रिकेट नहीं देखते हो? तुम क्रिकेट देखते ही नहीं हो? ये कैसा लड़का क्रिकेट नहीं देखता भाई? देखो ये बोल रहा है क्रिकेट नहीं देखता." I'm like, I thought I don't have a third eye or a fourth ear or something like that. Yeah. Do you play any PC games? I don't. I don't think I play any PC game. No, I'm not overacting. I'm exactly imitating that guy who was sitting next to me during in that mess. You should make wines. Yeah, I should make wines, but then like I can make wines, but people won't like them, so that's the problem. JE Advanced rank 609, 2018. JE 2018 609. आप करते क्या हो सीपी के अलावा और अनअकैडमी के अलावा? Like I have no clue. Like I just waste away all of my time. I don't know how. I don't think I do anything apart from these two things. Who do I adore in CP apart from tourist? Apart from tourist, I mean there are a lot of people. There's Ericto, there's Neil, there's Galen Collin, Everrule, Is This FFT, Monogon. Now his name is One Gone, and a lot more people. It's hard to take everybody's name, but Amnesia, Dusk, NM. Okay, not NM. I mean, no offense. Like I think his code is a little clumsy. So, I can't look at it. Then a lot of people. I mean, no way I can count all of them. Mifa Faovo, big fan of Mifa Faovo. I read his blog about that ODE thing. Just a second. You see this blog, Mifa Faovo's blog, and he was like, this problem might be well known in some countries, but how do other countries learn about such problems if nobody poses them? And then he's explaining a lot of problems here. And if you actually try to read this blog, you'll probably not even understand one of these problems. And I spent at least 5 days trying to figure out at least one of these problems, and I was able to understand only one, uh, just this one, and that too after I read everything a lot of times. Then I was able to understand it a little bit, and none of the other problems I was able to understand. Yeah, uh, this is like the impossible thing for me. No matter how much I study, I don't get most of it. So yeah, that's that. Oh, thanks Prashant for the super chat. I'm good. How are you? By the way, don't super chat me, guys, because uh, so there are multiple reasons why I would say don't super chat me. Because first of all, okay, like it's your wish. I mean, like I mean, I don't really. How many upwards? That me for forward blog has 1,000 upwards, around 1,000. So like how other YouTubers encourage super chats a lot, but I don't because mm, I don't like how YouTube keeps most of the money. Like not most of it, but still a big portion, and I don't want that. But yeah, if you're doing it just to highlight your message, that's fine. If you just want to highlight your message, that's fine. But like, if you think you're supporting me by sending me super chat, then just please don't do that. Which laptop do you use? It's Asus something something something. I don't remember. Did I miss any important message? I don't think I did. How long do you sleep? I heard genius people sleep less. I think you heard it right because I sleep a lot. I sleep a lot. I mean, I think 10 to 12 hours per day. GF reveal, GF reveal, CPI reveal, GF reveal, CPI. किसी ने पहली बार मना किया सुपर चैट के लिए? Yeah, I mean, it's not like that money is, you know, bringing much advantage to me. By the way, can you guys see this email? Just a second. Just a second. Can you guys see this email? It's inverted. How do I show this? Just a second. How do I show this inverted email? Can you read it? Yeah, my camera isn't that good. Okay. Yeah, basically I have this email that says my AdSense payments are on hold because I didn't fill some information. That's why I won't get the AdSense money. And by the way, I have removed all ads from the channel, right? So there are no ads on the channel now. Wait a minute, let me try to unmirror it. Okay, maybe now you can read it. Okay, it's not mirrored now, but I don't think it's clear. Can anybody read it? Okay, whatever. You must be rich. I'm not. I'm not. Like, I don't know. How do you define rich? X reveal. Yeah, she wouldn't like it. I think sometimes she watches my channel, so it will be a big mess. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. do that. When are we going to see healthy UG contest? I proposed one, but I haven't gotten any replies for the last few months. Only word I can understand was Google. Yeah, I am telling you what's written in there. Just written that my payments are stuck because I won't get the AdSense money because of some things that I didn't do right. If I fix it, I'll get that, but I'm too lazy. But yeah, X rating reveal. I don't think she does competitive programming. Or if she does, then I don't know about it. I don't think she does. She has never done it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has never done it. So yeah, no rating, no rating. Is ITBHU opening? I don't think so. You proposed an entire round? Yeah, I did propose an entire round. The problems aren't very good, so probably it will get rejected. But it is in the queue, so maybe it might get accepted. ICPC Kanpur T-shirt? No, it's the Amrita Puri T-shirt. Actually, it's the Coach Chef T-shirt. It is the Coach Chef T-shirt, the Coach Chef ICPC T-shirt. So, like, it was given away in all of the ICPC sites, like not just limited to any one site. Why have you removed ads? Okay, yeah, good question. So I'm gonna pin this. I'm gonna answer this right now. Why have you removed ads? And I'm gonna pin this. Right. So what happened was the other day I was, just trying to see, like how much my videos have improved since the last 2-3 months. Like I wanted to see how much I've improved in the way I speak. Like when I initially started doing it in English, I was not very comfortable with that. Even now, I'm not 100% comfortable, but I think I might have improved a little. So I was just seeing those videos to compare, and like I wasn't able to see anything because like whenever I open a video, I see an ad, and I see a lot of ads, and yeah, so I'm just seeing ads and ads and ads and ads and a lot of ads. So I wasn't able to see any part of my video, and yeah, that was the problem. So what I did was I bought YouTube Premium, and yeah, so when I bought the YouTube Premium, I was able to watch my videos without ads. But that arose another problem. Like I kind of understood what kind of things you guys have to go through when you watch my videos. Like even you have to watch an ad, like watch 5 ads to watch the solution to one problem, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why I just removed the ads. That's it. Like it initially started with me getting me facing the inconvenience, and I solved that by buying YouTube Premium. But I thought that not everybody is going to buy YouTube Premium or use ad block, so I just removed it. So the watch experience can be improved. Yeah, but not everybody uses ad blocks, right? And it's not a nice thing to use ad block anyway. Moreover, the thing is, there's one more thing. Yeah, before you start doing respect plus plus and everything, there's one more thing. No. Stop it. Yeah, so there's one more thing, and that thing is the amount of money I make from YouTube ads. I think I make around, wait a minute, 100 times more money from an academy. So there's no point. Like this money is just it's like nothing. It's nothing. So it's insignificant. So I'm like, if I can improve the user experience by removing the ads, I'm like, why not do it? How to move on after breakup? You can pick up a nerdy hobby and then you can spend 2.5 years in it. Then at some point you can create a YouTube channel about it. Then you will have, I don't know, maybe 8.7 thousand subscribers. You're still not over the breakup, but still you're on your way. So yeah, maybe that will work someday. Overly specific? I don't know. That 1% can be used to improve your channel content. How can I use the money to improve channel content? Like to improve the channel content, I'll have to improve my talent, I'll have to improve my skills and like everything about me. So I don't think I can do that using anyway. How much you get from YouTube ads? I know you're gonna multiply 100, right? I won't tell that. Now I won't tell it. I'm pretty sure you're gonna multiply 100. I don't want that happening. Why is there a 1 year gap in your CF graph? I kind of decided to quit at that time, but didn't. Like you can save and buy a good camera and stuff like that. Hey bro, uh, I literally just bought this. I literally just bought this. Like this is the first time I'm recording on this camera, and yeah, so yeah, I don't make this much from YouTube. Like I make less than this from YouTube. So no point. Are you willing to work at Hacker Earth as a problem setter intern? No, 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 not really. No, that seems cheap. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to overspend. By the way, this camera is actually. I'll show you. Wait. This camera is actually very very wide. I have kind of I've used some filter to I think crop it. You can see I've cropped from both sides a lot of it. So if I don't crop it, you'll be able to see my entire room. It's safe. Okay. So if I don't crop it, you can see that the angle is like really really wide. You can see everything in the room. Okay. Actually, I had to crop it like the view angle is like really wide. Are you taking part in this year's Kickstart? Yes, I will take part in that. Sing a song? No, 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 not again. Relationship advice channel when? Wow, that actually might be a nice idea. Okay. Is Koda Anshu your ICPC teammate? He's not. He's just a junior in college, not my ICPC teammate. So, would you guys like relationship advice from me? Like if I actually start giving that? You will? Why have you blocked that door? Yeah, it actually opens. It opens into a balcony, and yeah, I mean, there's another door to go to that balcony. So, like, we never open it. एब्सोल्युटली दे के देखो, जो मिले ले लो। टी शर्ट दिखाना, कैन यू सी इट? Single coding taken, single taken coding to get balloons at ICPC 19. What this means is basically when you solve a problem at ICPC, they bring a balloon and attach it to your table. So you can look around in the room and count the balloons to tell which team has solved how many problems. Relationship advice by a red relationship advisor. You can call X-Red. That's not wrong, Srikanth. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. Okay. There is no ventilation in your room. Can you guys stop judging my room now? I have a window. See the curtains? There's a window behind it. Okay. Nice gaming chair. No, I haven't bought the gaming chair yet. I was thinking about buying that too. But I think it's a bit too costly. Like I thought of buying a gaming chair. I was thinking about buying that one. Green Soul. Green Soul Monster. Right. So I was thinking about buying this, but it's like too costly and it doesn't even look that good. Was it this? Yeah. It cost around 20,000 and doesn't even look that good. It looks really dull. And everything else that I found on Amazon, just a second. Everything else that I found on Amazon was like probably Chinese. Everything is like Chinese, Chinese, Chinese. Most of the things are Chinese. And I didn't want to go for anything Chinese. Like this one. This is definitely Chinese. Right, so I didn't want to go for all this because I know that the memory foam just, gets ruined very quickly. So I was thinking about this one because it's made in India. I don't know where it's written, but it's made in India. Right? Importer India, maybe. Yeah, manufacturer is also India, right? So yeah, so this was made in India. So I thought of getting this one because it is Amazon quality verified also. But like, it's just too costly and it doesn't even look that good. Maybe I don't need it. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'll just get something else. Think about it. Nice window AC. Can you guys respect my privacy? Just like noticing everything in my room. There might be some Chinese watching your video. Oh wow! No. They don't. They don't. Like I've seen the YouTube analytics. There are absolutely zero views from China. Like not even one person has ever watched my video from China. Maybe YouTube is not even accessible from there, or is it? What's your typing speed? Not much. 70, 70, 80, 70. Like on a good day, 70, 80. How you stay humble? Yeah, I think staying humble is kind of easy if you're not talented enough. I mean, usually people who are like, really talented, they get a little cocky, and that's explainable. I mean, look at Nick. But if you're like me, you're not like you don't have anything to be not humble about, then obviously you'll be humble. Doctor wali kursi best. Yeah, but it won't look good on the stream, right? Chinese use VPN. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they won't want to watch my channel. Like they have so much good resources in China itself. Why will they watch my channel? Are you watching web series? No, nah, not really. Nice pillow cover. Oh, okay. Thanks. Gaming chair won't match with your room, so do I have to change my room now? Like what? What should I change with my room? Maybe get some lights or paint. Girlfriend dropped rest. Do you even have a girlfriend? Like if you talk like that, maybe you don't. AC on. By the way, what am I doing right now? Hey, no Mandarin on my chat. No Mandarin on my chat. Are you single, bro? See, I'm neither single. I'm neither single. I'm not taken. I am coding to get balloons at ICPC 19. It's 2021, but I'm still coding to get balloons at ICPC 19. Are you TCS finalist? I didn't do that test. Was it TCS Code Vita or what? I didn't. More like a judge my room stream. Yeah, but I don't think my room is that bad. Why you hate China? No, I don't hate China. It's just that like I'm not saying all of the Chinese stuff is bad. Just that like they make like they have they have some places where they make bad stuff to export. That's just how it works. In which engineering year you started YouTube channel? I think I think second year was almost finished. That time I started the YouTube channel, and currently I'm in third year. So this YouTube channel is not even 1 year old. G Angly triggered. Oh my god. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, G Angly. What YouTubers do you like? So the thing is, I don't watch YouTube much. I watch like at most 3 4 channels like College Humor, Explosive Entertainment, Domix, The Odd Ones Out, maybe 1 2 more, and that's it. I don't watch much YouTube. I'm gonna delete this comment. Okay. You're famous, believe me. When did I disagree? I mean, I mean, I'm just asking when did I disagree to that? DC or Marvel? Animated DC, live action Marvel. Overall, like but if we compare animated DC with live action Marvel, still animated DC. Animated DC is like really good. Stop roasting him and his room, guys. Now the thing is, I can actually use that zoom filter to. By the way, zoom is also Chinese. I can actually use the zoom filter to kind of blur out the background or totally completely change the background if I want that kind of thing. But like it's fine. Do your seniors idealize you? Wow. Yeah, that's a controversial question. Why am I seeing different chat? Okay, yeah, it's the same. BTech major, CSE. I don't think my seniors idealize me. Maybe juniors, but I don't think seniors. Chicken or mutton? Chicken. Zoom isn't Chinese? A portion of workforce is based in China. Okay. Which college? IIT BHU. Reading or watching videos? Reading. Isn't it like self-contradictory? Like I'm making videos to watch, and I'm saying reading is better. How you handle failure if you have? I cry a lot. It helps. It does help. How many questions do you get in a day in your CF account regarding how to start CP and stuff like that? Hmm, see, since I don't reply to those, that's why I don't get much. But there was a time I used to get at least 4 per day. And now I'm getting less and less because I don't reply to them. Any Discord room? Yeah, I have a Discord server. Uh, can anybody give him the link to my server? It is in the rules channel. Let me bring it. Hmm. Yeah, there you go, my Discord server. What about gaming channel? I don't really play games. That's why I don't have a gaming channel. By the way, I can play one game. That's really nice. I would suggest you guys also to play that game. Redmi phone? No, not Redmi. What are you talking about? This is OnePlus. Can you read it? OnePlus. OnePlus. You can see this icon. OnePlus. Do you play chess? I'm not good at it. OnePlus is also Chinese. I agree. I know. I know. Yeah. So the thing is, when I bought the phone, I didn't have enough money to buy iPhone. So OnePlus was the next best thing. OnePlus Nord, yes, OnePlus Nord. What else could I have gone for? From above, it looked like Redmi. No, it's not Redmi. Definitely not Redmi. Political views. Let's not go towards that. OnePlus is also Chinese. I know. No, I'm not good at chess. I'm really not good at it. I've played like 20, 30 times in my life in total. Freedom 251. Yeah, that's made in India at least. Samsung is good. I don't agree. Waiting for Falcon. Falcon. What's Falcon? Are you talking about that Marvel Falcon, Winter Soldier Falcon, that show? Are you talking about that? OnePlus is better option in all mid-range phone. Exactly. It's showing invalid Discord link. How? I'm pretty sure I set it to never expire. How to invite? Okay. Okay, now I have the never expiring invite. I think it's the same. Yeah, but this will never expire. Samsung is awesome. No, it's too laggy. Like if you use some other phone, you understand what I'm saying. Samsung is not good. You were telling about game? Yeah, I'm going to play a game now. Okay. Good night, guys.